Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive into the 2024 IMD World Competitiveness Ranking. Basically, giving you a shortcut to understanding what makes economies competitive right now.
Yeah.
Who's leading, and importantly, how the Americas stack up.
Absolutely. And the core idea behind this ranking is really a country's ability to create an environment where businesses can, well, thrive, both domestically and internationally.
And they measure that how?
It's based on four main factors: economic performance, government efficiency, business efficiency, and infrastructure. But what's interesting, and the sources point this out, is it's not just about raw productivity anymore.
Right.
The definition seems to be broadening things like social equity, environmental integrity. It's more about the quality of growth, not just the quantity.
That's a key shift. Okay, so let's get into the 2024 rankings.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really interesting. Counting down the top 10.
Let's do it. At number 10, we've got Norway.
Okay.
Number 9 is the Netherlands. They actually slipped a bit this year, dropped 4 spots.
Oh, why is that?
Seems to be linked to downturns in business and government efficiency and also infrastructure aspects.
Interesting. All right, moving up.
Number 8 is Taiwan, China, then the UAE at 7, and Sweden made a nice jump to 6th place. The sources say that's thanks to improvements across, well, all 4 of those factors we mentioned.
Good for them. Consistent improvement.
Exactly. Then Hong Kong SAR is at 5, Ireland at 4.
And the top 3, I hear there was some movement there.
Yeah, a bit of shuffling. Denmark, last year's number 1, is down to 3rd place.
Really? What happened?
Mainly a dip in economic performance, specifically issues around employment and international trade, based on the reports.
Okay. So number 2.
Switzerland's back at number 2. They saw improvements in economic performance and business efficiency, and they're still leading on government efficiency and infrastructure.
Strong showing. And the number 1 spot for 2024.
That goes to Singapore, returning to the top spot.
Ah, Singapore.
Yeah, the sources indicate a really robust performance across all 4 factors for them.
Okay, so that's the global top tier. What about the Americas? How did they fare?
Well, the sources show it's a bit of a mixed picture, honestly. North America and the Caribbean economies, their average ranking actually dropped this year, down to about 34th.
Okay. And South America?
That's, well, a bit more concerning. South American economies continue to decline, hitting their lowest average rank since 2020. They're down at 60th on average.
60th. Wow.
Yeah. And if you look at Latin America and the Caribbean overall, the picture is, well, long-term GDP per capita growth, say from 2009 to 2022, it sort of matched the world average. But, and this is a big but, they lag significantly behind regions like South Asia and East Asia.
And productivity.
Also relatively low compared to other regions recently. It paints a challenging outlook, as you said.
It does. But there's another key insight from this ranking, right? Something the sources highlighted.
Yes, absolutely. And it's quite powerful. You don't have to be a large country to be highly competitive.
It's counterintuitive sometimes.
It might seem so, but look at the top ranks consistently populated by smaller economies. Singapore, Switzerland, Denmark, Ireland. And these smaller nations, according to the sources, aren't just doing well economically in the traditional sense. They're often excelling in those broader areas we talked about: equality, sustainability, quality of life, safety measures.
So it reinforces that broader definition of competitiveness.
Exactly. It suggests that maybe bigger economies could learn something from how these smaller nations integrate that quality of life aspect into their overall competitiveness strategy. It's not just size, it's effectiveness.
Right. Effectiveness and well-being.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And thinking about competitiveness that way, beyond just the economic numbers to include quality of life, it raises a question, maybe for you listening. When you think about a competitive nation, what aspects of that quality of life? Is it the social equity, the environmental side, safety, something else? What matters most to you?